This nigga be wildin'.
Put on.
This nigga be wildin', son. I don't understand why he do this to me, son.
I don't either. But we are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children,
we back,
of all
niggas.
ages.
We back, niggas.
All right now.
We back, niggas. Because they thought we were going out the studio. The ops were out here. These bitch ass niggas and bitches.
I didn't know that we had ops.
We always have ops. The streets hate us.
Yo, so I don't.
They love me, but I ref.
I don't. But see, that's a different hat, right? I was gonna say that's a different hat that you wear. Lafayette, Indiana, in the building. Good afternoon, guys. Before we do start, we are letting people to come into the chat. We are actually live in studio today. Happy Friday, the first Friday of April. We are.
Oh yeah, it is
on the road to WrestleMania, the road to Dynasty, the road to what's the fucking Impact pay-per-view name that I'm gonna order? Because I'm gonna order the fuck out of that.
So speaking about Dynasty real quick, I know somebody that knows Swerve that grew up in the same
yes, we go through this every time.
Military base as him.
Okay.
There's a reason why I brought this up.
No, okay. So
this man
we know he's saying it for everybody.
Yo, I feel like he tells the same story.
No.
Okay, no, there's a reason why he's bringing this up.
There's a reason why I'm bringing this up. Because she mentioned Dynasty. I didn't mean to cut you off, Miss Janelle from the HR. I almost called you Michelle. This must be Michelle.
Like, this nigga want me Michelle Obama in this bitch? I don't know.
Because Kevin Owens is also injured. We'll talk about that, chat. So, first things first, we got to talk about this nigga Swerve and Booker T.
Again? Oh my God. This nigga just Do Fly Dreamer came in and said, I got here. I gotta hear y'all take.
Because this nigga Swerve and Booker T are the epitome of niggas being niggas.
Yo, legit. And I don't think Swerve understood
the assignment.
That Booker is a nigga.
So
like a hard one.
But you know what bothered me? Is that Vlad stepped into nigga shit.
Yo, and then thought that because he had certain receipts and he had a certain thing to say that he had an input in it. It was just like, yo, this is not even, you don't even go here.
You're not invited to the cookout,
You
Vlad.
don't go here.
Vlad, you drive past the cookout.
Yo, we invite people to the cookout for less stuff, dog. Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
Vlad is not invited to the cookout.
Yo.
He drives past the cookout.
So here's my thing, though.
A white person dancing, he invited to the cookout. If a white person...
depends on how he's dancing.
Yo, if the white person dances on rhythm, he's invited to the cookout. There's nothing for that community. Oh, you invited to the cookout, dogs. Come on, dogs.
I mean, it's still a special, thing.
Yo, if Bob come and fix my crib, you invite to the cookout, dogs.
Well, because you know what?
Yo, I thought you were talking about Bob Holly and I was popped.
Hold on. You know what?
Actually, Bob Holly would be invited if he could.
No, he's not.
You wouldn't invite Bob Holly?
I'm not inviting Bob Holly to the cookout. But you know what? Quick question. Give me 5 wrestlers you inviting to the cookout.
Oh my gosh, Kevin Owens,
Mick Foley,
Stone Cold
definitely invited.
You feel me? Stone Cold, Sami
Zayn definitely
instantly invited to the cookout. B.
And what else? We're talking about white.
Yeah,
and my man Billy Kidman, dogs.
With the
mad random
with the G string.
Yes,
with the G string. So I got mine.
Okay.
Kevin Nash, but he gonna take all the bitches.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Because I ain't gonna fry out invite him because he cool with us.
Because Kevin Nash
is problematic as fuck. You know, but that's probably why you wouldn't invite him.
Because if you invite Kevin Nash to the cookout, he bringing bitches.
Yeah.
He bringing the baddies.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Nash invited to the cookout is baddie central.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention RVD.
Hold on.
Jeff Hardy.
Yes. But hold on.
And Matt Hardy. Got been in the combo.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna tell you mine because you mentioned some of mine. I'm mentioning some others. We got Kevin Nash to the cookout.
Yeah.
Definitely Kevin Nash because he bringing baddies and he bringing wine coolers.
He gonna be himself. Yeah.
Yo, I definitely want to find them Arizona like coolest shit that's WWE branded. Yeah. I gotta find those in Vegas.
So we got Kevin Nash.
Get me one.
I would. Well, I don't have a check bag.
We got Kevin Nash.
Yeah, my bad.
We definitely got Bret Hart.
Oh, definitely inviting Bret.
Bret's definitely going to the cookout.
When I had met Bret Hart, this was moons ago, low key. But when I met Bret Hart, I actually was scared like he wasn't gonna like embrace me because I was just like, I don't know how this nigga feel about niggas. So, but it was so funny. Shout out to Alex Easter because Alex was with me. Alex was with me when we went. We have a picture with Bret. And Bret gave me the biggest hug. Like, I'm talking about one of them hugs. Like, girl, I haven't seen you in forever hugs. I was like, oh, Bret. And then when I found out his wife was black, I said, oh, that explains a lot.
So, Kevin Nash, Bret Hart, definitely Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
When Joe had rapped Hove at that Wale Mania here in New York, I fell in love again.
Yeah.
So we got 3. So it's Kevin, Brett, Samoa Joe.
Joe's technically not white, but hers.
Anyways. Kurt Angle.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know what?
He got a black son, too.
No, you know what? Because he got a black son.
Oh, my God.
Number
We're
2,
here with that.
he's trying to fuck Sharmell. Remember that?
Yo, now you're ODing.
No, because that means he got comfortable.
Looking back, Kurt Angle was definitely trying to fuck mad bitches, low key. Back in the day. He was trying to fuck Steph.
Yo, he did.
Definitely was trying to fuck Steph.
Trish Stratus.
Definitely with Trish.
Oh, Charbel.
Definitely trying to like Kurt.
But you naming baddies.
No, listen.
But you naming baddies.
Understood.
Sorry. Stephanie's not like the ultimate baddie though. So.
What?
Nah, she definitely grew into her.
She's a baddie, but she's not an ultimate baddie, dog. There's level to baddie.
No. Stephanie McMahon.
Nah, Stephanie's a badass.
Is a corporate baddie. Corporate baddie, son.
You know why? Like she get points off.
Why?
She got fake titties. That's it. Points off.
Well, because you like BBWs.
I mean, that's
now you like big old titties from BBWs.
But I was like about to say, well, most bitches got their boobs done, so that takes a lot of.
And this is why I don't like them. I like natural body.
Y'all definitely forgetting the one nigga that I totally would be. I'll make his plate for
Alexis
him.
King.
Fucking Randy Orton. Y'all niggas bugged out.
I didn't get to finish.
You gotta get to finish.
Fine, finish.
He named like 7. Y'all keep interrupting me.
Go.
So go back to the thing, folks. So who's invited to my cookout? Number 1, Kevin Nash, because he bringing the baddies and wine coolers.
My God.
Definitely Kevin Nash. Bret Hart, because you know he Canadian.
Yeah.
So he nice, low key.
Got the Canadian whiskey on.
And then he also gonna bring his beautiful wife, respectfully.
Yeah. Who else?
Number 3, we bring in Kurt Angle, because you know he likes some black women. He was trying to fuck Charmel for years.
Yeah.
He actually did
Respectfully.
fuck a black lady for
Respectfully.
Who else?
He got a black son in Jordan Love. So number 4,
Jordan Love.
I mean
Jason
Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm speaking about the Packers right now.
fucking Packers.
So
that's interesting.
All right,
That's
Kevin Nash, Bret Hart, Kurt Angle, and then, like you said, Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Randy Orton definitely pulling up to the cookout.
That nigga got to be the DJ, like real for real.
So this is on me right now. This is on me. It's gonna sound crazy. Just letting you know, Sheamus. Now I'm gonna tell you why.
That's
Sheamus.
not crazy.
Now I'm gonna tell you why, Sheamus. Why? Because the Irish low key be fucking with the blacks.
Yo, the bar shit was like legit. So like that's
so
definitely
listen.
It's a thing.
And he's gonna break generational beef too. Because remember back in the day, the blacks and the Irish didn't get along.
That's crazy.
So Sheamus coming to the cookout is good for culture.
That's crazy.
Let's get some of the people out here.
The Fly Dreamer said Bret Hart, Vinnie Mac with the do-rag. That's hilarious. RVD, Stone Cold, and Cody Rhodes.
Yes, I forgot about.
I'm not bringing Cody Rhodes. No.
Why you not bringing Cody Rhodes?
Yo, bro.
You a hater on Cody.
What
has
Cody done for the black people?
He stopped slavery.
No, he did not.
And he stopped racism.
Yo,
he got a black daughter.
Y'all took that joke for AEW. You know what I hate about that joke?
He got a black
lot
daughter.
of people who's in that joke don't know where it's coming from.
So hold on. I'll even tell you this. This is the realest thing Cody Rhodes has ever said. You know why I fuck with Cody?
Why?
I may not agree with him 100%. That promo about his daughter, about him stopping racism, I didn't agree with that 100%.
It was weird.
It was a weird promo. But you know what? The
it,
illest thing Cody Rhodes ever said when it came to racism and just people of color, he said, my wife told me about I need to see color. Mm-hmm. That's a real shit. Because a lot of times, people who are not black or a person of color say that dumb shit about I don't see color. And he acknowledged that you need to see color because this world has color. So that's why Cody Rhodes, the American, and you know why he the American Nightmare? Because he married a black woman.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, stop that. Stop that.
Because he married a black
founding fathers had sex with black women and sold their children.
But did they marry them? Did they marry them, man? Yo, hold on. When Thomas Jefferson was clapping black cheeks.
Did we get to Thomas Jefferson
was clapping black cheeks?
How did that happen?
When Thomas Jefferson
do you think JFK was clapping black cheeks too?
Yes, they're all horny.
But it doesn't mean
he had Marilyn Monroe. I just was wondering.
They did all the clapping the cheeks though. So why did black women is not start getting rights?
I think it was
so the clap in the cheeks.
So I think
the clap in the cheeks.
I think the whole thing was.
You still have the proper
I don't
rights,
think it was
son.
I don't think it was a black woman thing. It was just a woman thing. Low key when they
No.
When they when women didn't get rights until what 1920?
No. Listen. I have white friends. They have told me black women have the silkiest skin ever. It feels like silk when they touch their black women.
I ain't gonna front.
First of all, the fact that how you said it made it sound
no.
and niggas is in a petting zoo. That's how that came off.
I was wrestling. No. I'm not gonna tell you who said this.
You might as well.
I'm not gonna tell you who said this. Well, we was. I was in training, right?
Okay.
Next thing you know, one of the white dudes, he touched me, said, "Dang, man, I miss having sex with black women."
Wow. Oh, wow.
He said, "I'm sorry, though, but that skin be so smooth."
Wait, did he not say no homo after that?
He white. I don't expect to say no homo. I'm okay with it.
But the thing about it, you have to understand, son. You have to understand. Us black people take care of our skin.
Absolutely.
It be soft.
Absolutely.
Like every time I give non-melanated sisters adult hugs. They be like, "Damn, your skin's so soft."
Why
Daddy.
was that the way that you described that?
But it's true though.
That's crazy. No, so actually, you brought up Brandy and Cody, and it was funny because
best looking couple in wrestling.
Absolutely,
Best looking couple in wrestling.
You know what the issue is that I have with Cody Rhodes is John Cena playing out his promo. He's too perfect. You understand?
But that's the point. He's supposed to be that.
No. We live in a world right now. We like to see that you're human. You feel me? Cody says everything right. Cody dresses the right way. Cody does this the right way. Yo, bro, we got to see some kind of flaw. Like, you may hate on John Cena, though, but you saw his flaws. For example, when he took Zack Ryder's girl, son, everybody cheered that. I don't understand why. Don't understand why everybody cheered that shit, but that's not the point. But we saw his flaws.
Yo, but did you know when he was smashing Victoria, that almost cost him his job?
What?
Yeah, his Victoria's like ex-boyfriend or boyfriend at the time was about to shoot him.
Yeah, what? He almost lost his whole shit. Yeah.
Dang, Victoria got that fire then.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. That is top tier unmelanated cooch.
Respectfully.
Top tier.
Because love her.
Top tier.
So no, as I was saying it about Brandy and Cody, so I don't know if you guys have watched Stephanie Places on ESPN Plus. Michael had to fucking add it to the Disney Plus shit so we could watch it. So this week's episode was of Cody, and it was dope because they did it inside where WCW Saturday Night was, which is the center stage in Atlanta. So that's kind of like where they did the interview and stuff. And it was one segment where Cody talked about like how him and Brandy kind of like got together. And it's two sides of the story.
That's a sexy dude.
And
right
Stephanie got both sides of the story. So Cody first said that he had saw her backstage and her hair was like ridiculous. Like, we're talking about poof top Dolly Parton volume hair type for a black girl. And he said he saw her and had pulled her to the side and was like, "You have to fix this. You don't look good." Like, he was telling her just out of the kindness of his heart. And then he goes and says that they had, I guess, went in for a hug, like a thank you, like, "Oh, you know what, I appreciate you, thank you." And Cody goes and says that Brandy blew in his ear, and that's kind of how everything jump started. Because he thought that he didn't know that like flirting, so he thought that when she blew in his ear that she was flirting with him, and then that's when they started really like hanging out with each other and talking to each other after that. So then Stephanie goes to Brandy and ask her like, "So I spoke to Cody about how you guys, started talking," and she goes, "Oh, did he tell you that they blew in his ear? Because that's not the truth."
Oh, it didn't?
So she basically was so she goes and says how what he said in the beginning was true. Like, her hair was messed up. He pulled it to the side. That part of it was absolutely true. She said that I didn't breathe in his ear. I just was breathing. Like, I was just like, it was an innocent, like a breath. Like, it wasn't nothing crazy. So, but because of that from there on they were together every day from there.
So hold on. I gotta defend Cody on this one.
Someone said the smart. That's how you said. They said this about. It says
too perfect, too happy, too baby face. Cody equals Barney for real. I'm here for that. I like
no. With Barney, I feel like LeBron just get hate for no reason.
No, that's Barney. We talking about like dinosaur Barney.
No, he said Braun. He said LeBron.
LeBron.
Somebody said LeBron up top.
Oh, that's up top.
So-
I'm looking
so
at the comment that
I
he
have
was
two.
reading.
I have two things to say. First of all, if I got a crush on somebody, she touched me, the wood is coming up.
Facts.
So
she started smell good. The wood is coming out.
So I understand Cody where he probably was like she breathing, but in my head she flirting with me.
Yeah.
So Cody not wrong on this one.
Yeah.
Because he said the right thing. Number two, this is what I hate. This is why I hate about people. Y'all keep talking about Cody's perfect. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Keep like I understand the John Cena. Because this happened. What's this on Raw? This on Raw.
This was this past Monday.
It's on Raw, and I understand the John Cena promo. It was a great promo. This
Honestly,
actually
that was the best one they did.
that was the
out
best
of the three,
face off that they did in
that
a while.
was the best out of the three.
But regardless of that, he said the right thing. He said all of that.
John looks so
But this,
old.
but this goes back to what I said. When you're an elevated brand like Cody, people think you're perfect. But how are you going to be the face of the company if your brand is not on point? If you're showing a bunch of flaws, showing a bunch of cracks in your base, because I am literally carrying the company on my shoulders. I am number one or number two, whichever,
QB.
top five, whatever you want to call
QB1.
it, in merch. Nigga, I gotta look good. I'm gonna put this fly suit on. I'm gonna get my hair looking delicious. Get the extra blonde tips in my hair looking good. I'm gonna brush my teeth extra hard. Get the extra whitening on it. But hold on. If I'm that guy, I gotta be that guy. I gotta look like that guy. I gotta walk and talk like that guy.
You can't have somebody be like, I'm champion, but then look trash.
Look, I understand that, but you also gotta look at it from a different standpoint. I agree with that. All that, trust me, I know this. But y'all look at it from a standpoint, it's just like, yo, you just kind of found someone else's blueprint to the T. You did nothing to add your own twist to it. He really didn't. You feel me? It's just like, for example, you hear certain people try to, you gotta have a colorful t-shirt. You gotta have a catchphrase. You gotta have this, that, and third. When you check all the boxes, you looking like, you look too perfect. And you did it exactly how the next person did it. That's what's hurting. That's what hurting Cody in WWE is he's following John Cena's blueprint. Where you compare it to the one John Cena before he followed, it was a different blueprint. Very similar, but they did it in their own unique way.
So it's interesting you say you see that comparison when I actually don't. And it's interesting. I see, I can understand how you can see it, but I don't compare the two. Like, I feel like Cody's road and his journey is different from John Cena in that sense of where Cody had to leave and find himself, where John Cena has always, this is the one and only company he's been in. So that only experience, he only knows what he knows. But for me, I see it as just because someone, and it goes for all of us, just because someone may look perfect or the presentation may be perfect, we may not be all the way in the known of the struggles that he goes to day to day.
I'm not talking about that. That's not my business.
No. But I'm just saying it just in general. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying in general, when people think of people being perfect, just as a human, as general. When people think that, oh, their life is perfect, oh, they got it good, and this, that, other, because I get it all the time. Niggas be like, oh, you got it good, you just, and it's just like you don't understand what it took to get here, or what I had to do what you see, because people only go based off of what they see, which is understandable in that sense too. But you also have to keep in mind, like, there are just because it looks perfect don't mean it is perfect. Just because he's the face of the company right now doesn't mean that there aren't other things or opportunities that he's saying no to because he wants to be present and there for WWE and the fans that are there. So I can understand where there are similarities with John, but I wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't compare, because they have two different journeys, and off rip he's second generation. So
how Eugene said this, right? He said Cody and John are heels, but they betray faces. Now the evil veil. No, not this one right here. Sorry. It says Cody Rhodes always been a third star savant. The man fooled the world thinking he's the big way he is. He's been the same guy since 2016. As fans just embrace him after Dustin, which is true though.
No,
like
so
Cody, like, okay,
that brand elevated.
I feel like wait, hold up. I feel like what he did before WWE, I loved it. This is why I don't have an issue with it, because it felt like his own unique journey. But when he came to WWE, it just felt like you did the same thing that John Cena did. You lost at WrestleMania 1 year, and next year you came back, you had a whole hero journey, and then you became champion. That's the whole John Cena playbook right there.
So you know what's so funny? So in watching Stephanie Places, they talked about, of course, they talk about Dusty, because Liberty, that is his whole. There was a adolescent picture Cody. They had posted of Cody, and I was like, oh my god, that is Liberty's whole face. Look just like her daddy and her grandfather. But I actually think, because they showed the clip, he talks about, how Dusty won the match at the Garden but didn't win the title type of situation. I felt like they did a play on that for that WrestleMania, and for me, it didn't click to me until that segment, and I thought about it, and I said, oh shit, did they try to replicate, or they try to remix when Dusty lost to then now building up to when now he can have his moment? So, I mean, like I said, I can understand the similarities. I don't negate that. I personally just feel like Cena, not saying what Cena didn't say wasn't the truth either, because it was, but I just feel like you gotta have, like, each company has to have that top guy. You have to have that face of the company that's willing to go beyond the call of duty, and every company has that. And Cody, he's world champion, and he understood the assignment. Like,
I find it mad crazy though. But y'all get on Seth Rollins do the same exact thing.
I don't get on Seth.
No. I'm talking about for the fans. For a good couple of years, y'all hated Seth Rollins. Oh, Seth Rollins this, he's a bootlicker, this, that, there. When Cody does the same exact thing, y'all on his dick.
So I'm gonna say this. I want to answer that particular thing you just said, and I also want to answer I want to make a comment on the Cody right now. Cody's been the same person for years.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like, we spoke about a month ago. He actually commented on this on our IG page, because we clipped this. When he was at AEW, he never fit in on look wise.
Ever. Because
he was so fucking pretty. He was so pretty, so polished, and AEW is a great company, but it's also very, like,
it's gritty.
It's gritty, much more gritty.
It's more rough around the edges.
This always been who he's been. And now, hold on, wait.
He had to double down for AEW.
No. And I'll even say this. You speak about him following John Cena. John Cena doesn't wear suits. John Cena doesn't carry the belt like the way that Cody does.
That was
no. Hold on. I'm getting to the point on this one. No, I'm getting to the point of where you're gonna go, because I'm breaking it down on this point. Because when we think about it, he's going into that old school feel. Mm-hmm. That Ric Flair era, that Dusty era, mm-hmm. of how the champ carries themselves. Now, when we talk about him having the bright colors, him being like John Cena, the smile and everything, that is textbook 101 on how to be a babyface. That is literally how to be a babyface, because you want that hero's victory. Because a lot of times, and we've talked about it on this podcast, you want to feel, the reason why how baby faces get over is you want to feel bad for them. That's why he lost at WrestleMania. Because in order for him to get over, he had to lose. Because remember, that was his first year back. And he had to do certain things. Now, you speak on Seth Rollins. You said that he's been the bootlicker. That's because that's stuff he does online, on Twitter. And also, Seth Rollins, that's because I remember, and I spoke about this too. I spoke about it on pod, I spoke about it on too. Some people look like heels. Some people have a look on them that you want to punch them in the face. I remember one time I was speaking to Amazing Red. This is when I was still training heavy. He was like, yo, I can't see you as a babyface. Like, you have this thing about you that just screams heel. There's nothing wrong with that, because you just scream heel. And when it comes to like Cody, he doesn't scream heel. He screams babyface low key. It's just that we're in an era of wrestling fans don't like people being perfect. It goes back to the 48 laws of power. When you seem so perfect, people hate.
I just feel like heel Cody felt more authentic.
I think heel Cody at that time when he was in New Japan and in the Bullet Club and ROH and things of that nature, it was something new. And I think that
he been in heel before, like even in
no, but I feel like just on because I get the like when he was dashing and Stardust to a certain extent, but I just feel like it was a breath of fresh air because it was on a different platform. He moved different, but who he is internally and how he expresses himself as a brand, that never changed. That was always the same.
Okay, when it comes to people outside the ring, that's none of my business. Literally, that's none of my business. You know why I don't mix that together? Because I don't follow them on social media. Because that's none of my business. When I watch my wrestling, I look at you in the ring. Because there's certain people who are the greatest heels, but they're over here hugging like horses and stuff like that, giving to charity and stuff like that, being the best human being. I don't want to see that. Because that's none of my business.
You still want to have that element of differentiation.
Yes.
Which is understandable.
Yes. So like
that's
how
what
that
wrestling is
whenever
for.
I talk, I never mention about their personal life. Literally, because me being the business, there's certain wrestlers you will never think that are one of the greatest people in the world. I like to keep that mystique about them,
which is fair. But however, you also, in a sense, especially when it comes to Cody, have to kind of give. There is that balance of where you may not want to dip into into the personal side, where that is a part of him playing a babyface because it affects the personal side.
None of my business.
But it's still no. But it still has to deal with the business side of things. Think about it. If he's doing signings, if he's doing meet and greets, if he's working across seas doing extra shows, if he's signing all these fucking belts and doing stuff for fans and stuff, how does that affect everything else?
But that is his job.
Correct.
I do not care what he does outside his job.
Are we mad? So what are we really mad about? Are we mad that he's doing his job? Or?
No, it's not that. No, listen. I'm not mad for doing his job. I just feel like, how the way they present faces and heels and wrestling in general just feels so outdated. That's the thing.
So then how you want to present it?
Because there's certain times, especially in certain companies, the face looks stupid sometimes.
Well, so in certain companies, there aren't a differentiation of face and heel.
Yeah.
That also confuses you as a fan.
Yeah.
So
because
when you're watching different products, you would expect a clear face and heel.
Yes. So like
you don't always get that.
I'll give an example, right? My thing is this. When mysteriously, when you're a face, you gotta fight like 100 people. In real life, you get in a gang and you fighting people back. Or when you buy yourself by a gang of people one by one, the faces look stupid too many times. And the heels look way smarter. I'm looking like the heels like, dang, so I'd rather be a heel, son. Even when I'm reffing matches, son. There been times when the heel get the advantage, I'm looking like, I'd rather be a heel in wrestling, son. You get to beat up people before matches. You get to cheat the rules. You get to hold on to submissions up to 4. As a face, got to follow all the rules. Like, I'll give you another example. Mm-hmm. As a face, right, one of the things, I was refereeing matches, right? And they was like, hey, as a face, I cannot grab the rope. I'm like, why? It's right there. No, only because I gotta
show my struggle.
Right, I gotta show my struggle.
I gotta show how I overcome.
Right. But I'm looking like, I hear you though. But in real life, if you see like a stick right next to you and you get you getting jumped by 2 people, you getting a stick, dog. Even out there free, OB.
Yeah, but then it's something so it's a hard line because I understand where you're like, because there's been times where even where I'm on indie shows or even I've seen professional wrestling shows and I'm just like, what the fuck? But then it's just like, but then we can't complain when there's no mystique to it.
No. I understand, but like, for example,
you know what I mean?
So my son E said it right here. That's why I like anti-heroes, son, because it makes sense. Like Stone Cold, he's outnumbered. He brought the beer truck. He's outnumbered by DX. Took them out 1 by 1 that night. A regular face, they won't do that.
But hold on. Because what you're saying, I understand what you're saying, but we keep forgetting. Like, do you read?
Son, we got the trend beast box. Oh man,
it's like you keep saying, and I understand where you're coming from of this logic and everything, but let's talk about how this is entertainment.
Yeah.
And when you watch movies you read comic books. 90% of the time, the bad guy is smarter than the good guy. It's just the good guy finally finds that little bit of space,
That one weakness.
that one weakness, and then gets over on it. And I think that's why it's like the way that it is. But also, you gotta give somebody like Cody, you gotta give people like John Cena, even The Rock in some type of way or another. Or these other great baby faces. Fuck this nigga. Bianca and all these people like who are true baby faces, because you know what you just said? You said that, oh, a heel can do this, a heel can do that, heel can do this, heel can do that. And I don't want to disrespect all the heels, the great heels in the business, the great bad guys that's been in this business. But it's easier to be a bad guy in wrestling than to be a good guy.
That's not disrespectful. Everybody says that.
Because the thing about being a good guy in professional wrestling is that 9 out of 10 times you got to carry the company. So when you speak about these heel antics that can be done, that's great. But it's like that babyface job is so hard. It's hard. And yes, the heel job is hard because you kind of have to lead the matches. You kind of have to be the one to put the heat on. We're pulling the curtain back a little bit, but being a babyface and being the company's champion is one of the hardest jobs in the world, because if you're not selling tickets,
if you're not selling merch, but not the attraction, then what are we doing? And I think, in all honesty, that's been kind of the hard part with Gunther being champion, because there was a time and period, especially in NXT, where people didn't boo them as that or view them as the bad guys all the time. And even now, definitely after the show, he definitely showed heel shit this week on Monday Night Raw. But it's hard at times to get behind, especially, this generation where you have the younger audience and things of that nature. It's a bit harder to carry that heel and be the face of that brand in that sense. And I think it's funny because I feel like Trick is in that weird equilibrium in a sense on NXT, because he'll do some heel shit, but who the fuck is not saying whoop that Trick? So it's just an interesting dichotomy at times, especially in wrestling, where you have people that they probably are better as faces or they're better as heels, and they're not in that position at that moment, where then when it flips, you're like, oh, okay. Like when niggas started really cheering for Braun Breaker, I was just like, oh nah, like this, because when this really hits the way that it does when he becomes world champion, that's gonna hit
look
crazy.
I hear you when it comes to you rooting for the bad guy. In real life, we rooted for OJ to get out of jail. We cheered when a young thug got out of jail.
Because
whoa. Reason why I said that what I said though, son, you really mentioned Trick Williams. You say he's a bad guy. What you still saying that? In real life, we cheer for the bad guy, dogs. We have Cameron basically saying that I put a someone's work into Harlem, this, that, and third, so you kill my community with crack? And you bragging about that shit?
Because we like imperfections. You mentioned that already.
That's what you feel
because
that's what you. That actually is what you said.
But that's what you just said. You said that people care about imperfections. People, no. Hold on.
You like to, because even with a bad guy, you still find out one thing that they're good at.
No, I do not.
No, because you literally...
In wrestling, yes. But in real life, though, no, dogs. You literally flood my community with fucking crack. Yeah, fuck you.
But the thing about it, outside of that, you said what most people like. Because most wrestling fans are really smart and also fucking stupid.
That's yourself?
Wrestling fans are really smart and also fucking stupid, including us in this fucking room. Because at the same time, when we look at professional wrestling, you guys love to talk about, I want a good baby face. But when you have a good baby face like Cody, he's too perfect, he's too pretty. Because most of y'all niggas is haters.
Or we spend all the time in the world giving this energy to what Swerve did on Vlad, and instead of really focusing on that. Not for nothing, NXT is about to have a back-to-back at WrestleMania weekend, black men main event WrestleMania weekend. We focus
African NXT.
But I say that in saying I say that in saying that at the end of the day, we always sit here and just talk about the negatives. We always sit here and talk about the bad shit because that's just what moves the needle in a sense. In entertainment, no one wants to hear the good shit. Everybody wants to hear the bad shit.
Niggas only like Stone Cold because he was an anti-hero.
But then if niggas really know and know how he gave it up in his personal life, you would think maybe a little different.
I mean, he beat his wife.
Exactly.
Niggas make mistakes.
And niggas,
Wait. However,
No, he apologized about it.
No,
because now you want to talk about people's personal life and you want to shit on them. But people make mistakes.
No, I'm not
fucked up.
I'm not shitting on it. I'm just acknowledging the fact that as fans, we'll sit here and we'll make excuses for things.
He's a different person now.
Then don't say what actually really happened. It's fine if he's changed, if he's grown from it. Beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. I said it to say that we focus only on what we want to focus on instead of giving a whole story.
Look at Hogan. To this day, I know black people look like, I don't care. I'll never cheer. I'll never boo Hogan. Dogs. There's stories that literally came out from black people saying that he held them back. He's racist.
But so you know what I realized when it comes to Hogan though is that's an era thing. That's a generational era thing. So like niggas that really grew up in that 80s and watched wrestling, like if they was like in their teens and early 20s and was really fucking with wrestling, and Hogan was Hulkamania and they that was their John Cena. Niggas is gonna be like
like how that
it's gonna be like okay, like
it's just like
we
now.
know, like but that's the thing. We all in a way, we all differentiate what's real and what's not.
The reason why I say fuck Hogan, because he never took accountability.
Never.
Because you can say what you want to say about Stone Cold's situation outside of wrestling. He took accountability and he understood that he was wrong. Yeah. When niggas don't take accountability, you see a change. And when niggas don't take accountability for what they did, because Hogan still lives in this fucking world where he believes that he never did anything wrong.
He's in this bubble. That's
why I think Hogan's a piece of shit, because he never took accountability for what he did. He's a piece of shit. He can suck my dick and he can go to hell and burn.
That's crazy, Brick. All right.
Fuck this nigga.
So,
all right. That's crazy, Brick.
So like, this is like, that's a club of my whole healing thing is just like, yo,
why?
Dead ass?
Why?
No, because no,
I get it. I get it. But I was just like,
shit.
Really? That's
he's
really
a piece of shit on that thing. He never took accountability. Hogan literally says, Hogan acts like he never said any racist thing.
I didn't do nothing.
So
he sit there and lies. He sit there and tells fables.
First of all, let's start from the top.
He's weird.
First of all, this nigga's a liar. First of all, Hulk Hogan's a liar.
He's been lying for years.
He'll mix up stories, and it's not even his age. That's just who he am. A lying ass nigga.
Yeah.
Lying ass nigga.
That also never really want to put over anybody, and that's really why I don't fuck with him.
That over thing, I ain't gonna hold you. I understand that.
Nah, fuck that. No. Because if you are 1 foot out of the company.
That's different.
And but that's what I'm saying.
Are you talking about when he was in his prime?
I'm talking about with Brett.
No, because
I'm talking about with Brett. I'm talking about with Macho. I'll even throw Piper in that bitch. I'm talking about the times where he was twiddling down at the end of his WWE run at that time,
even after
and
Shawn
would
Michaels.
never put niggas over.
But the thing about it, you have to understand. These old niggas in sports, and I'm talking about basketball. That's why. Hold up, let's do a quick basketball thing. I know you don't watch basketball. So
football season.
This goes in every sport. These old niggas is haters. Number one hater in basketball is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That nigga was hating on LeBron when LeBron broke his record. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a legend, and he was hating on LeBron breaking his record. And when you go to Hogan, these old niggas in wrestling, because you hear these old niggas in wrestling. This is how wrestling's supposed to be. This is what it's supposed to be. Yes, there's certain things you're supposed to do in wrestling, but at the end of the day, wrestling evolves. Because you some hating ass nigga, you old, and you still trying to live out your glory days. Go, nigga, you was old.
Take your ass.
Whoa. Back up. It is funny though. They old and stuff like that. But when they talk about AEW, y'all dick riding up. Oh, yeah, good show. Yeah, you right about AEW. This, that, and third.
When I said hating, I met the wrestlers, not a fucking former GM, former coordinator of the company, CEO, whatever the fuck he is. I am talking about professional wrestlers. These old niggas on the indie scene. Oh, I had a match on Sunday Night Heat one time. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Sit your ass down. And you have these other niggas, these other people in professional wrestling, these old motherfuckers who swear this is how wrestling's supposed to be. I understand there's rules. There's rules and how things are supposed to be, but at the same time, things evolve. Things evolve. Hogan's a prime example of why he's a bitch. That
nigga is stuck in 1982.
He is a bitch. Period. He is a bitch. He is a bitch, and I will say it again. He is a bitch. I understand. You know, is Hogan on the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling? Yeah. Yes. And we can't deny that. Yeah. But at the same time,
could be right.
The same time, the niggas on our Mount Rushmore in America, a lot of them are racist. Just like the Mount Rushmore nigga that's on there, aka Hulk Hogan.
The actual Mount Rushmore.
So the actual Mount Rushmore has racist motherfuckers who did help the country do well. America. But also the wrestling Mount Rushmore has Hulk Hogan on it. And he's a bitch ass motherfucker. Fuck him. Fuck his mother. Fuck everything about him. Wow. I hate this nigga. Because you know what? He was part of my childhood. When I was 4 years old, watching Hulkamania come out.
I love it.
Nigga, this shit hurt.
See? But that's why. But see, that's why you have people that are in that like, yo, like I know he probably said it and did some wild shit, but he's my childhood hero.
No, he wasn't my childhood hero. Cool. He wasn't my childhood hero.
Because you over here riding Dwayne, so we already know.
My childhood was Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Yeah, we know. And I'd rather have him than this bitch ass nigga. You know what? I'm mad about Hogan. I'm almost done. You know why I'm mad about Hogan? I watched this bitch ass show, Thunder in Paradise.
I love that show.
And I enjoyed it. It was fire.
No, don't do that.
Thunder in Paradise.
Nah, don't do that.
That shit is fire.
That is on YouTube. I promise y'all.
So this is why Sting is better though.
Ooh. Shout out to Beyond the Bell podcast. Yeah, that nigga is stuck. He can't say nothing now. Cause you can't say shit. Cause he always talking shit about fucking Sting. You don't talk about Steve like that. That's not nice. Steve ain't do nothing.
And you know how that Hogan waited to Sting.
He ain't do nothing.
With that finish.
Bro.
He didn't have to do that. And on top of that, he brought in Bret Hart to the situation. Come on, dogs. Bret Hart. No. Bret Hart is dumb for this. He screwed you in WWE. What do you think you would trust him in WCW, stupid ass? Don't you get Bret Hart, stupid ass?
I'm not calling Bret stupid.
I'm not calling Bret stupid.
No. I
mean, it could have been a bad decision.
No. I'm talking about him trusting Hogan in WCW.
I don't think he trusted him. Like, I think he just was trying to really find his place. And then in a blink of an eye, that nigga retired. And within less than a year from when he signed that contract.
It's because of Goldberg.
Yes.
Sorry.
Fuck. If we're really going to go that route.
I think that it takes two. Hear me out. Watching it again 1,001 times, I get it, but something that I learned in wrestling practice, my brother said this 1,001 times, when you know better, you do better. If you understand where his skill level is at, you should say certain things and protect yourself.
But he did. But so that's the thing. During the match, and Bret talks, because, Bret can't let that shit go. Bret talks about that when he first took that first bump that probably concussed him, he told this nigga like, yo, just go home. Like, don't do what you want to do. And that nigga ended up doing what he wanted to do. Like, he was trying to tell him in the ring, like, incoherently, but trying to tell him like, yo, I'm not well. Like, don't hit me as hard. And then the next thing you know, the nigga hit him bad hard again. So it was just like, I get what you're saying in wrestling because it's a dance. It takes two parties. I understand that, but you also have to listen.
You have to listen.
That. Okay.
So the thing is,
because he definitely talks about that hard.
Listen, Goldberg's one of the kings of the attitude era.
Nah, fuck that. What?
One of the kings of the attitude era.
What?
He is.
Fuck that. Y'all giving William a little bit more credit than he really should have.
We said attitude era, dogs.
No. Fuck that.
Yo, my nigga, he packed out the Mercedes Dome, B.
Nah.
Mercedes Dome.
He packed out I know, but he packed out the Mercedes though during a Nitro.
Yeah, going against Hogan. So who really put asses in seats?
What?
Goldberg.
Who really put asses in seats?
Goldberg.
How many people in that crowd? NWO shirts?
Why are you giving rates of mad credit to Hogan for, dog?
Hogan.
Because we all, first of all, we're not as much of a dumbass Hogan is. We will not negate that nigga was not putting asses in seats. We not gonna do that.
Goldberg was hotter than Hogan at that time.
Goldberg had his whole fucking football team front row and everybody else.
How many people is that? 50?
Nah, it's like 15. Nah, it was all the niggas in the Yo, go back and watch the end of that match. It was like 15 niggas that ended up running in the ring. Putting him up in the air and be like, this is great. Nah, fuck that nigga. Nope, not gonna do that.
We're gonna say fuck.
And y'all always like the baby with fucking William Goldberg, and that's not funny.
Because William Goldberg was one of the kings of the Attitude.
No.
How was he not?
No.
How was he not?
No.
The hottest streak ever.
Hottest.
The hottest.
Yeah.
Who was hotter? Who had a hotter streak than Goldberg?
During that time, who?
Nigga, say somebody.
They do Goldberg put on weekends.
This nigga is talking about a streak that they fucking added numbers to.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, so we just okay.
It doesn't matter.
Fake matches.
Hotter than fish grease. Hotter than fish grease.
William versus Vacant. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It was still hot for the time.
Fuck that.
And that niggas is haters. Haters
fuck
on
that.
Goldberg.
Nah,
at the time, he was hot.
Fuck that nigga.
Yo, when he came back to wrestling for the first time in the WWE.
And then, and you know what? And now, not I said the horse. No, sorry, Bob. And now you got this nigga thinking he can have a final match this year. Nah, fuck y'all for even giving this nigga any type of energy and light. Because now he's gonna sit here and think he can go against Gunther or somebody else. Nah, fuck that nigga.
What are you talking?
Stay your ass home.
We never said we want Hogan. I mean Goldberg now.
I didn't
we just came for the fact that Attitude he was hotter than.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'll take a Goldberg.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Yup.
My nigga, give me 2 minutes.
Nope.
I don't know about that. All right,
give me 2 minutes.
See, yup. There you go.
2 minutes.
Because y'all niggas like to do that.
Who's y'all niggas? It's him alone, B.
Yo, did you not just agree with your brother?
I said Attitude era, B.
No.
The fist grease. Not now.
No.
Because I'll never forget what he did to Undertaker. I could have 2 more years Undertaker wrestling, dogs.
Nigga, we could have still had Bret Hart. How about that? Fuck that. And you know what? Because you know that fucking Goldberg match is happening this year because your ass think you funny.
Give me 2 minutes of Goldberg. I'm good, B.
Fucking 120 seconds. That's all you need.
All I need, B. If he go 3 minutes, then the match is trash. He can't go 3. We all know he can't go 3
that
minutes.
Nigga can't go 90 seconds. The entrance is longer than the fucking match.
That's fine with me, B. Entrance is fire.
No,
that entrance is fire.
Yo, it was so funny. I had looked at I had showed Michael an old video from WrestleMania in Orlando. And I forgot I recorded because remember when Matthew used to lose his mind over fucking Goldberg just doing that kick when he first came back?
Yeah.
So I had recorded the kick when he did it at that WrestleMania when he was coming down the ramp and he did the whole stupid ass kick and I had sent it to Matthew. He probably don't remember, but I definitely remember that because I was like,
listen, Goldberg.
Why is this nigga here?
Goldberg wrestling.
Y'all give this nigga way too much energy.
Me and Goldberg got the same wrestling abilities. So that's why he my man.
Wait,
son.
this nigga said Goldberg matches are like sex life? What?
It don't last too long.
Oh, keep that to yourself.
Also, Ultimate Warrior was the worst version of Goldberg.
Yo, absolutely, I co-sign that.
Ultimate Warrior didn't know how.
And you know what's crazy? We can't really talk wild shit about Warrior because he died.
I can talk wild shit about Warrior.
In the manner that he died, we can't talk wild shit.
Nigga, I can talk wild shit about he was a racist too. Fuck him.
Right, facts is facts.
Fuck him.
That didn't change the legacy where you die because you died. No, I don't talk about it
because he was trying to be on the redemption tour and then died.
Nigga, fuck him.
A lot of stuff that Ultimate Warrior did, you lucky that.
Wait, who are we saying fuck to today?
Who saying fuck you to?
Manny, who you want to say fuck you to? We got Manny. Shout out to Manny over here. He doing behind the scenes work for us. Who you want to say fuck you to? Because that clearly that's the theme of today. Who you want to say fuck you to? Who on your chest deep down you like fuck this nigga? Oh,
damn, why you saying fuck you to Shane?
Damn.
That's my man.
Man,
I met him like twice. He a good man.
Nah, okay, why?
What you about to do now?
Nothing. He about to come to W. He about to come on home.
Yeah, that is true though.
He about to work for his dad.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. I was hyped because we were there for LA. I was hyped when he came out, and then when he injured himself, I was upset. And all in the 5-minute span, I was like, ah! And I was like, oh shit!
You don't want to say fuck you too?
Who?
Bob Holly.
No, now you all in.
That nigga's a bitch.
Come on.
That nigga a bitch.
You don't
Can't
say
talk
fuck
about
you
hardcore Holly. Oh.
too? Who I say fuck you to?
Nigga said Shane McMahon. That was not what I was
forgot,
anticipating. That was a good one because I was like, wait, what?
One Division Pro.
Fuck them niggas.
Yeah, fuck One Division Pro. You some bitch ass
Nah,
niggas.
suck my dick. Absolutely.
Go to hell.
And y'all know I don't say
Go
that.
burn in it.
Clip that.
God doesn't love you.
Clip that.
You know what you did.
God don't like ugly.
You know what you
God don't
Clip
love
that.
you. God don't love you.
You know what you did.
And
R.I.P.
that be the thing for me is like our wrestling community is it's a niche within a niche already. So when you do dumb shit like that, everybody's gonna know about it and not want to fuck with you.
You a hoe nigga.
So audience, let me ask you guys a question, right?
Think about to give a scenario, fake scenario, but the real scenario.
So like,
Go tell the story.
let me ask you a question. Isn't it common sense not to film at a funeral?
It's very common sense. It's very, very much so.
Some people might say, "What's
So let's put it out there. So One Division Pro, the owner of One Division Pro, Imani, filmed a promo at a wrestler's funeral and then put it as breaking news on social media, acting like it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
You a bitch for that. Go suck a dick and die.
Yeah, no, suck my dick.
Next thing.
He didn't take accountability. He said his auntie do the dirty work."
I don't even know who that was. 'Cause she had a bad wig and I didn't care for it. All right, so we are at that this week in wrestling point. We'll go back a little bit to last week, Friday night Smack-a-Down, where we had found out that the main event for night one WrestleMania will be Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus Phillip Brooks. Phillip Brooks is main eventing, guys. Woo!
Thank you, Roman.
It doesn't
Thank
count.
you, Roman.
It doesn't
Thank
count.
you, Roman.
Oh my God.
It doesn't
Thank
count.
you, Roman.
People said,
Damn, John. Zach going ain't do nothing to you, boo.
Zach Garvin had one leg, son.
exactly. He's successful, mom.
Sean. Fuck Swerve and AJ.
Damn.
AJ Fresh was right. Well, I mean, yeah, that is true too. But what were you about to say?
Thank you, Roman.
Okay.
But some people said it in the IWC. If you main event night one, it doesn't count because it's
What do you
the
mean
second
it
night.
does count? It's still a day. It's a show. You're main eventing that show.
No, because like it's two
That's
shows.
so stupid. Do you know how dumb that is?
No, this is what IWC said.
Anybody in the wrestling internet community that's sitting here talking about, oh, it's not a real main event. Please just stop watching wrestling. Just
First
stop.
things first. Thank you, Roman. Now I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you why I say thank you, Roman. Roman is a constant, a consistent when it comes to WrestleMania main eventing. He is like the Weeknd.
Yo, every
He's like the Weeknd. Every year for the past 6
8
years.
out of 9 WrestleManias that I've attended, this nigga has main event.
For the past 6 years,
It is sick.
The Weeknd has been WrestleMania's theme song. Just like Roman has been the main event attraction for WrestleMania.
But the internet street said it doesn't count.
Hold on. Fuck
What
the
did I
internet.
tell you about that?
Fuck the internet. What we need to
You
talk
know
about
damn well that don't even sound right.
because right now Roman just handed CM Punk his main event status at WrestleMania.
It should have been night 2.
No, without
The
Roman,
night I was trying to go.
CM Punk would not have been main eventing WrestleMania. That's why that nigga had to say thank you to that tribal team. Wait, what? Wait, what?
So wait, had they actually pinned Phil to win the Rumble, Roman wouldn't have been needed.
Yes, he would have.
Roman wouldn't have
Yes, he
been
would have.
No, it's not a question. This is a statement. Had CM Punk win the Royal Rumble, he wouldn't have needed Roman.
Yes, he still would have.
No, he wouldn't have.
Because Roman would have still been part of it. The thing about
Roman would have been a part of it. He
No.
wouldn't have been
No. The biggest attraction
Nah.
in WWE outside of Cody Rhodes and John Cena is Roman Reigns.
And
This motherfucker,
Phil.
he built this shit.
Oh God.
He built this shit brick by brick.
Y'all
Like
making me
he said
want to
on that episode of Raw. He was like, you know what? Because we are getting all this money is because of me.
It is.
Our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, has put WWE on his back. This nigga got cancer.
Oh my God.
This nigga's taking leukemia pills every day.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Every day.
Yep.
And holding WWE down. Main eventing WrestleManias.
When it was in the Thunderdome era.
Niggas in the Thunderdome, but nigga come back.
Roman.
That nigga could die any day.
Yeah, facts. And the fact that Thunderdome era, he took Sami Zayn. No one was fucking with Sami Zayn.
Talk to these niggas.
And he brought him on. Yo, he took a segment of somebody get it on trial and made it the hottest thing that Monday night, boy.
Boy. This nigga Roman Reigns, the number 1 oos. Throw the ones up. Has revolutionized sports entertainment, aka WWE. Y'all don't understand the struggle. Y'all talk about Cody being perfect. This nigga Roman looks amazing.
Yep.
Y'all saw that last WrestleMania photo. How did nigga look even better?
Yep.
This nigga, this guy Roman Reigns, bro. Roman Reigns has literally held WWE down for so many years.
Yep.
Main event. How many WrestleManias you been at? 10.
Just let me
He
know.
main evented 8.
Just let me know when you stop sucking his dick. Just let me know.
Because you hate it.
Just
you
tag,
hate it.
just
You
look,
hate
tag
it.
me into the
You
convo
hate it.
when y'all niggas is
Just say thank you,
stop
Roman. Because CM Punk
sucking
would not
Roman
be main
dick
eventing WrestleMania
all the way
without
up.
Roman Reigns.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Seth Rollins would not be main eventing WrestleMania
Well, Seth
without
already
Roman
main evented.
Reigns.
Not this year. Probably some other
No. Right now,
Okay.
you don't understand. This modern era professional wrestling was built by Roman Reigns. He moved the needle. When this, you know what's funny? CM Punk was out here saying that Roman Reigns don't move the needle. He said Roman Reigns didn't move the needle. And right now, you are main eventing WrestleMania for the first time in your career because of Roman Reigns.
The guy that you hated.
The guy that you hated.
You talk mad trash on Coca Band on podcast.
I'm talking mad shit.
Mad
and look,
spicy.
and look at you now, nigga.
Yeah.
Look at you now.
You crying. Thank you, Roman. My tribal chief.
Because he is your tribal
the
chief.
slurp was all real. Like that.
Yeah, he was slurping. Slurping. Slurp the key. Look, man, no hand. Because Roman Reigns has held down WWE for the past 7 years, bro. Past 7 years, B. And y'all can talk whatever y'all want to say.
The fact that the Bloodline has its own storyline, you have to be there, B.
Bro, they have a 3-hour documentary
On YouTube, they have the story of the Bloodline. You can watch that all day, B, and be entertained, B.
Son, I watch the video game. You got your own mode. How do you have your own mode? Nigga, put his whole family on. The whole mode, B. The whole mode is about Roman Reigns and his family. Even Sami Zayn's in that. Come on, dogs. Come on, B.
Okay, what's your question?
No, he wouldn't not without Roman Reigns.
So here's the thing. I wouldn't have, had he win the Rumble, I still wouldn't have seen him main event.
Yo, everybody got to drop the ones in the chat, B.
Nah,
drop the ones in the chat for Roman, B. Drop the ones.
Here's the one. Here's the one for y'all.
It's so good.
Here's the one.
Don't matter. Just like a music festival, B. There's certain people who can't afford both nights.
Hold on. Short it right there. He made Jey Uso a household name.
Here's the one.
He made Jey Uso a household name.
But
What if Jimmy never got injured?
Jimmy's put on too.
First of all, Jimmy, if you listening, I'm gonna need that gear to change up. I'm not sold on that. I'm gonna need you to fix that on up.
I think I know why though.
I know why. I get it.
He got a little thick. He
look thickums. I get it.
It's fine.
But we gotta figure that out.
He covering up.
We gotta figure it out.
but like how that you have to understand. Like you don't know what he's going through in his personal life.
I'm not. Listen. We just talked about. I don't know that I'm personal. So how you gonna say you don't know? Listen.
From AJ Francis, the only person to get on.
No, but my thing is that if you know you gonna want to make sure you look good. You look good.
MDBM said it the right way. Jimmy is wearing platinum FUBU right now.
Yo, it looked very 1999.
It's platinum FUBU. It's an era. He in that era right now.
No. Real talk though, son. Like, reason why I don't say nothing because I go through stretches like that though, son. So
no, we all go. Listen,
Yeah.
listen. My weight goes up, down, all around. It got nothing to do with that. My thing is that the presentation of it. It's not so much of his body type.
So
you gotta wear things that fit your. You wear things that fit your body type. Whether your weight go up, down. You do.
You know what's crazy?
I just need him.
I want to bring it back to my man Roman.
I'm not even asking him to drop weight.
One more time, we're gonna bring it back to Roman real quick. You see what Roman has done for his family? Everybody eating. And then I want to go deep. I want to go deeper into the family one more time. Naomi right now.
Oh, eating love.
She eating.
She
eating. She is probably. This is the best run I have seen from Naomi.
And we haven't even hit the peak yet.
Bruh.
We ain't even hit the peak yet.
Listen. First, First, we had the Tyler Perry movie between Bianca and Naomi in the ring, going back and forth.
Fire.
It was Tyler Perry classic. It was like Madea Goes to Wrestling.
Oh shit! Oh, that's a good movie.
Madea Goes to Wrestling? Yes.
So that was a fire movie.
So we sat there as two beautiful black women went back and forth, cutting
dark
promos on
skin too. Dark skin. No, you see how silky skin y'all be?
silky skin.
I know they smell good.
Like we talked about, soft.
I know they wouldn't smell good when they walk past you, B.
Bro, I know all three of them, Bianca, Jade, and Naomi, they smell delicious. Respectfully, I ain't trying to get beat up by my ass.
No. We said they smell like good skin. We didn't like how we wasn't sexual. Now
I ain't trying to get beat up by Montez. I ain't trying to get jumped by that whole bloodline family.
No, we go.
I ain't trying to get beat up by Jay's husband, who's an ex-professional baseball player. So back to what I'm saying. Naomi right now. So first thing, we start off with Madea Goes to Wrestling.
Wow. Fire. B.
Bianca versus Naomi.
Fire.
Back in the forth in the ring. I felt it. It was emotional.
Felt that. B.
Jade comes out looking amazing.
Amazing, B. Delicious.
And put the paws on Naomi for a second. And you know the presentation with the blood on the white? Oh. I see what you doing there. You black women, creative. And then the weeks go by. Naomi just kicking it up on the promos. Acting super heelish. And she changed the gear up.
That proceed with caution. I said, wait, Piff, are you about to start a stable? Because I'm here for that too. If we go in that route, you want to get Lash and Jakara on it? What's up? What's up?
Fire.
I'm just saying.
Fire.
This is the best run Naomi has ever had. And I'm fucking with it. Besides her TNA run as a champion.
Yeah, I was going to say her TNA run was hard.
This is the best run I've seen her in WWE. This is like my man just said, cinema.
Wait. As far as what she doing, character wise, yeah.
Because the thing about it, Naomi is fire in the ring.
She got better too.
We only talk
By
about
time
that.
of Impact, she really
got down. Her was a Sunny Kiss. Fresh kiss, B. Shout out to the funny Sunny Kiss with the titties.
Son. Nice
did you see Omarion with the titties?
Mario got titties, man?
Yo, look that shit up.
He just fat.
Nah, my nigga, that nigga got some titties.
He's fat. But Sonny's things look great.
I'm gonna show it to you.
Sonny's things look great. Scrumptious, my nigga. But anyways, back to what I'm talking about. Naomi right now, B.
Fire.
Like you. I want to dap her up and be like, yo, you working right here. This is character.
Nah, in all honesty, after SmackDown, I definitely if I had a number, I'd be like, yo, sis, this was the one.
So since we talk about the extra black women, right? A lot of the ICW have an issue with the overcrowd because they always booing Bianca. How you guys feel about that? Whoa. Sorry.
You know what? Let Janelle talk.
Let me add more to it.
Black.
Like how wait. Before you answer that, you answer more after. They said that they don't like the crowd because they sing too much, they do too much, and they never cheer Bianca. So how do you feel about that?
It goes back to... It's just, you know what it is? I don't think it's so, because, people love to play the racial card. And, we can at times. It's okay. I just think the crowd preferred someone else over her. And that's okay, too. Like, it's not like, and, she's in this kind of like weird, kind of like in the middle of like, I'm a face. I'm Bianca Belair on the EST. But you still see this little shades that she does, or the little things that she does, the little heel shit she does at times. So, and it's the same, honestly, it's the same thing that happened in Puerto Rico. If you think back, when they opened Puerto, and I was a little disappointed, that little hurt me, but then I was just like, you know what? Somebody got to be the face and somebody got to be healing this bitch.
I'm going to say this.
And when her and Aew had opened up that show in Puerto Rico, and I was just like, damn, why they do that? But then I was just like, you know what? That may be how the other person feels when we cheer Bianca. Like,
hold on. You being too nice right now.
No, but that's just genuinely how I feel. I genuinely feel like we have, like I said, of course we can play the race card. We can play like, Europeans may not fuck with the blacks. Like we can go down that road and historically, and that's fine. But just as a fan, I just feel like the fans preferred Aew and wanted to cheer Aew, or they wanted to. You got to remember, Rhea Ripley was the NXT UK champion. You got to remember that. So if she comes out and them niggas is cheering for her, they have a connection to her that they may not have a connection with Bianca like we have a connection with her.
So,
and that I have to acknowledge that. And that's it doesn't mean that they're wrong or they right. Like even when people talk about how they always sing and how they cheer, like yo, I want to experience that shit. Like I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. It's fucking entertainment. Yo, if niggas want to sing, like we sing out fucking Cody Rhodes every fucking time he comes out. We sing out Phil every time that song hits. And I definitely think that fucking band is gonna play him out at WrestleMania. So there's that. But like everybody reacts to wrestling different depending on where in the world they are. It even goes back to when Rhea and Nia in Australia. You had 2 Australian born women main event, and one got booed and one got cheered.
So I see what you're saying, but we're gonna call a spade a spade. This is Europe. Let's go back in time. You know what? Let's go back in time really further back. Transatlantic slave trade. Let's start with that first.
Listen, everybody got dropped off different islands. That's all.
So that's the first thing. Number 2, these are the same European motherfuckers that be throwing bananas at the black soccer players.
That's crazy.
So we're not saying they're a little racist?
I mean, I can't speak on that because I never seen that.
No, I've seen it. I've heard numerous stories of them disrespecting the black athletes that play for their clubs. And it's just a coincidence that the one baby face that they all boo for is black.
But see, she, like I said, she's in that in between.
I don't
know. Whoa!
No, they definitely cheered for Montez and Dawkins.
Son.
They definitely did that.
They just hate black women.
Well, wow.
Y'all want to get into argument right now?
We can get into argument all day.
I don't think that's it, though.
Y'all really want to do this, though, son?
I don't.
Y'all want to do this right now? Fine. Let me get into this, though.
Y'all niggas are exhausted.
Let me tell you how I feel about both audiences. American audience, at one point, y'all kill wrestling for me. How many times I turn on the fucking screen? What? For a good 6 years. CM Punk. CM Punk's having a fucking match. Y'all talking about that shit. That shit was annoying. How many times, night after WrestleMania, niggas busting their ass in the fucking ring. Y'all were playing fucking volleyball with each other. Cody Rhodes, y'all had a fire-ass match. Y'all throw a fucking chick in the ring. How many times Seth Rollins had nothing to do with the situation? He got beat up. Really though, son? Y'all told you overseas crowd, American can have a lot of no respect. You can't talk about no other crowds, dogs. Lafayette, LA, it was so fucking bad over there. They still haven't came back because of that foolishness that they did. How many dead crowds that we have in the U.S. say, yo, never go back to this crowd? But yeah, y'all don't talk shots about overseas though, son? Shut the fuck up. Dominic Mysterio, he can never say not one word while y'all booing him. Oh, it's part of the program. We can do whatever we want. But when you're Europeans over here singing AJ Styles, all these people, y'all hating those, son? Really? Shut the fuck up.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about they hate black women.
I don't
That's all I'm saying.
I can't get jiggy with that when at the end of the day, did you not see the video of her bumping into a fan that had her jacket on and she took a picture with him?
That's 1 out of a million.
That's not a million.
That's 1 out of a million.
But I'm just saying.
It's that one black girl that walked up to Malcolm X in the movie and said, I want to help black people.
But I say that in saying I don't think it's that. If that is what you think, that's fine. Because listen. That's how I felt with Puerto Rico. I was like, what the fuck? And you already know colorism is a thing over there. So that's really where I was at with it. But then I had to pull it back and put my wrestling fan back on because I had my nigga hat on. So I had to put my wrestling fan hat back on and had to realize, like, you know what, who you cheer for and who you boo for may be two different, and it ain't got nothing to do with how they look. That's just who you like.
Y'all want to go deep into this? Y'all want to go deep into this? It's just like started with us who like kind of with the culture. How many times that have we go on the internet, they like shitting on black women? People that are darker than me shitting on black women.
I mean, the most unprotected person in America.
So like kind of my thing is this: you want to get on Europeans, whatever, but you set the standards. I know people who complain about the European crowd, but over here violating black women, violating them, son, have no respect. But yet. You claim about someone else doing it though, son? Yo, clean your own house first. Make your own bed. Stop talking about someone else. What? Rap music. Yo, y'all started all the talking shit on black women so much.
Started by white women.
I'm talking about rap music.
I'm talking about gangster rappers from white women. I'll send you an article. I've been doing research on it.
So gangster raps by white women?
Yes, it did.
So like in these videos, did they have white women that they were disrespecting? No. It's all about the imagery.
Yo, but but think back. I mean, granted, there were a few times there were some black women, but majority of the women that came out with Godfather were white women.
We talk about rap music.
No, but
I'm talking about where rap music originally came from.
I'm just telling you what came to my mind in terms of wrestling, because that's what we're talking about.
But I understand that though. But at the end of the day, though, son, like, yo, we won't have these issues protecting black women if we set the standards.
Yeah,
because how many times that I got attacked for being quote unquote racist because all I did is black women. So like, I never want to hear that shit.
That's just your preference. That's weird.
You'd be surprised how many black men in wrestling look at me weird for that, son.
Well, that's because they like white women.
And that's the point. And that's what I'm trying to make, though, son.
I can tell you.
Don't be on some pro-black shit because like how that is not in your backyard.
But you know what it is? At the end of the day, people are being pro-black is most of the time people are selective about. It's not always. And like I said, it goes back to us talking about, even going back to Swerve and Booker. Talking about always focusing on the negative instead of focusing on the positive and focusing on how we can change things and how things can look different and feel different and be different. Everybody's always focused on the negative instead of just being like, instead of figuring solutions. Niggas always want to be they want to find a solution, but they don't realize they're part of the problem.
But you know what I do to fix solution though, son? Because I understand that what we've been through as people. So when I deal with my people, son, I have extra patience. I have extra understanding, because just because like how that I didn't grow up in the hood doesn't mean I have hood friends. That doesn't mean I don't have hood friends.
Well, you don't have hood experiences.
But no, yes I do.
No, I'm agreeing with you, nigga. Yeah. I'm saying what I just mean like how some people just because you don't live in the hood does not mean you have not had good experiences.
Right. Because when I go to Harlem, see my hood dudes done, I understand what they've been through. I understand how to talk to their mother. Black woman. Oh, you so aggressive this, that, or third. Okay, send me come aggressive back. Come on, mama, son. I understand we come from. I apologize. We came certain type of way. So it starts with me. So like I set the own tone. I set the own example though,
that's
son.
A fact.
So I ain't gonna hold you.
Sean.
Shout out to my black queens, but I love me some snow bunnies.
Of course
too.
you do.
Oh my god.
Of course you do.
They're gonna be playing that show every day.
Real quick. So
play in the snow.
Go back down.
I be going skiing, B.
This nigga's outrageous.
Wait, let's talk about that. Swerve lost me for going to Vlad, period. Let me ask you guys a question though,
so most niggas, it's interesting because like I said, I don't really know the hip hop thing with Vlad and stuff like that. But even with Michael, he said it. Like most niggas that are in that realm or have like seen what Vlad has done, that's the first thing most niggas is saying. It's like, why would he even go on there?
But let me ask you guys
and say what he said on there like
but
that.
I want to say this way. Who else he's gonna be on? He's not big enough.
He got his own fucking podcast.
But my thing is this: you gotta reach more people. But
so you gotta grind.
Hold up. I understand that. Is the Pivot gonna invite him? He's not big enough. Is Club Station gonna invite him? He's not big enough.
They may.
But no, let's think logically though, son. He went on other platforms that was okay, but it didn't get hit.
He was on the Breakfast Club.
Swerve?
Yeah.
Okay, he went on there. But who else? Okay, but Breakfast Club a little bit different because they invite everybody. But when it comes to his only a platform, they're not gonna invite certain people because they feel like how that, you're not gonna profit us. You're gonna profit more. That's how these platforms see it as. So when you're a person who's grinding those, son, who try to put a company on your back, you go whatever people will allow you to come on. No one's gonna beg to be on your platform, son. And then that's the thing. You hate Vlad so much though. Start your own. Instead of fucking talking about it. Matt Hoffa. Right now he's gonna fight Swerve. He don't watch fucking wrestling. He don't know about that shit.
But the same could be said about Vlad. Like,
but Vlad was saying that.
What other wrestling nigga has he had on?
But Vlad, he invites everybody on the show. People that you never thought you would have, he had on the show. So everybody who want to get on Vlad doing certain, I understand that, but also giving credit for having interviewed people that you never thought you ever have. Jason Weaver, he had Jason Weaver on the show. Nobody would check for Jason Weaver. Once he went on the show, Jason Weaver career kind of research. Everybody want to have him. You always want to get on Vlad. Oh, he's a snitch. People. My thing is this: you're a grown ass fucking man. If a man asks you a question, you don't want to answer it. Don't answer the shit. And my thing is this way: if the man was such a fed, name a case that had a Vlad got someone in trouble. You can't. But yet, Adam 22, he has a whole. How many like LA dude got indicted with him? But people fail to realize that. And that's one thing that I be getting on black people. You always talk so much shit about this person, then let's do collected and touch own. But then what happened? When a black man, even when us, we started to own, niggas shitting on us. I mean, one time, these lame ass niggas talking about Chanel, you shouldn't say black excellent. Because you know why? Because I got it. You are like excluding every other racist. What kind of coon shit is fucking that?
So hold on. Let's talk about the screenshot that Booker T sent out. Shout out to Manny behind the scenes. In September 9th, 2020, Vlad hit up Booker T and said, "Let me know if you still want to do an interview. We've hit your guy a few times, but haven't gotten a response." No response. September 22nd, 2020. Vlad again messages Booker T. "Let's do a call. Here's my number." No response. And then he says, "I want to make this right." Booker T says no response. Again, no response from Booker T. January 7th, 2021. "Let's do the interview. Perfect time with that song blowing up." No response from Booker T.
So what are you saying?
Hold on. I'm getting to my point right now. "Let's do an interview. Perfect time." Still no response from Booker T. And then Booker T finally responds to him on January 8th, 2021. "Thanks, but no thanks. Okay, fam, I'm disappointed, but I was late for the interview, so I understand. Congrats on the massive success of the new song. I'm still a fan. Take care. What if we pay you for an appearance fee?" Never responded. So, to go back to what you're saying, Swerve didn't have to do it. I understand your point of view of why Swerve did it.
Why you brought that up?
I'm telling you why I brought it up.
I'm tell you.
Because Swerve wants the attention. Not all attention is good attention. That's what I'm trying to say. Am I mad at Swerve for doing that? I ain't really mad at it. I really don't care, to be honest with you. I don't like the fact that he threw Booker T under the bus like that. But it is what it is. Because you know why I say he threw Booker? I watched the interview. I generally watched the interview. Because Vlad baited him into that question and Swerve fell for it, which he ended up throwing Booker T under the bus. Because the reason why I mentioned this is because Vlad felt the type of way that Booker T didn't come to the interview. So he baited Swerve into asking that question so Swerve can low-key shit on Booker T. The same dude that helped you out behind the scenes. That's what I'm mad about. Because Booker helped him out behind the scenes. Booker probably put a good word in for him. Because you know what a lot of times we don't do as us, our generation, millennials, and the generation after, we don't see and we don't respect what the elder generations did for us. So yes, he let Booker T say that N-word in front of him. He took some shit. He ate some shit. So you know what? So black wrestlers can come to the company and do better, and have a better situation than them. Because a lot of times these older people take so much shit for us so we can be in a better situation than them. And that's what Booker T did for Swerve. And he even said, like, "Yo, I really try to put you on and help you out, and I give you these gems, and you gonna shit on me like that?" That's the main problem with the thing. Him going on Vlad is not the issue.
Yeah, because I don't.
It's the mere fact. It's the mere fact you try to dilute Booker T's legacy. And yes, we could talk about, because I saw people online talking about, oh, he became 5-time champion when WCW was going down. You know what? Booker T stuck it out.
And he didn't have to.
He could have.
He actually didn't want to.
No. You're right.
He stuck it out. Became a 5-time champion. Became put and said that, you know, black people can become champions. He came over to WWE, reinvented himself multiple times in WWE,
and got that King Booker shit over,
and got championships in WWE.
Got that King Booker shit
then he goes to TNA, that shit over in TNA,
fighting and doing commentary. Then
he goes to Reality of Wrestling, where he's putting black people on. And the thing about, hold on, I don't want to lose this thought. We as people, as human beings, we make mistakes sometimes. We let shit go. But the bigger picture is that, and this is what I'm bothered by it. We're not looking at the bigger picture of Booker T's legacy, of how much shit he had to deal, because he was in the era when racism was rampant in professional wrestling. And that nigga still took care of business. He's in NXT putting people on. Reality of Wrestling is putting people on. Giving people second chances at life. Zilla Fatu's an ex-con, bro. And he's out here working because of the main reason, but because of Booker T. You think outside of his family member Roman being in WWE, Booker T is helping him out. And I'm tired of this, and I'm tired of this. Of our generation and our generation after, like, really shitting on the elders who deal with so much shit, who eat so much shit, and we diminish their legacy.
So, you see how you put it like that? Not one time people put it like that way. Only thing they kept on talking about was him being on Vlad.
I don't care about that.
Hold on. And the fact that you broke it down, you was like, it's not about Vlad, it's how he talked about Booker T after who he did for him. You put it that way, I can't say nothing. But for countless weeks, people was always complaining about, one thing about us black people, we will complain about a tree but miss the whole fucking forest. We will say, oh my gosh, this tree is so stupid. I'm like, yo, bro, we have a whole forest, dog. Why do you have this one tree, though, sir?
It's not even just black people, just people in general.
Whoa.
Hold on, because I want to get into this because I understand where you're coming from. We gotta, like, there's plenty of, I work extremely hard.
Yeah.
But along my journey in life, there's certain people who've been in my life, and that's everybody here, but I'm gonna talk about myself, who put me in positions to win. They may not have done the thing work for me, but they were like, yo, go here. I will never, ever talk shit about Brian XL because he has given me so much in this industry. I won't talk shit about other people like Red. I won't talk shit about them. I may not agree with certain things that they do, but at the end of the day, I'm thankful. And the thing about it, this is just people in general. We are not thankful for the people who have done little things in our life to get us where we are. And that's my biggest issue with the Swerve situation, because he was not thankful, because we have very few black people to look up to in this industry. And when somebody does dope shit and helps you out in some type of capacity, just say thank you. You may not agree with them, but you know what? Thank you.
But you know what it is, though? And I can say from my point of view, dealing with the elders, a lot of them are wild disrespectful. They will say that, yo, I did something to you. And next thing you know, they say you do a little mistake. They what they do? Throw in your face. Disrespected you. You fucking stupid. This, that. You like, yo, bro, I'm trying just like you. Or there's some elders is where they'll pave the way. The next thing you know, you can't walk in that. No. You have to look with the path I paid, and that's it. But wait, hold on. And a lot of times, though, son, they make you feel guilty for getting the certain benefits that they set the groundwork for. I give you an example with the NBA money, right? A lot of these old school dudes, even NFL too, just sports in general, the old school dude would complain about all these players make a lot of money, this, that. But bro, didn't this what you prayed for, son? It's not about you set up generations later on. So when it comes to us, especially within our community, the older folks, they may have paved the way, but they'll make you feel like shit for even feel like shit taking advantage of the benefit that they paid for us. I give you an example. The stuff that I deal with at work, though, son, and I'm looking like I'm right in the middle with the middle child. You feel me? A lot of these old cats, oh, you don't this, that, you don't respect the business, that, third. A lot of young cats looking like, nah, this spicy stuff. I'm looking like, nah, I gotta be the middleman and be the perfect example. Be that example, though, son. I fuck with the older crowd, though, son. I love the elderly because, yo, a lot of them did set the way, but a lot of them are fucking assholes.
But I'm not talking about those elders. Hold on, because what you said is the ones I said fuck you before earlier. But hold on. What I'm trying to say is, Booker T never doesn't shit on the young people.
I understand that, though, but I'm giving you the other side of reality.
I know the other side.
This is a conversation, a podcast.
No, because I know the other side. I know what, because we mentioned that before. The biggest problem is when the elders that do dope shit for us and that let us grow is the ones that don't get praised.
But that's not my point.
It goes back to what she says. We keep talking about the negative ones. Let's praise the ones. Let's give flowers to the ones that really take care of us. Because we can talk about the negative ones all day.
I understand that. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's called the podcast. We're potting. We always got to support both sides.
And I understand that.
But let me finish supporting my side.
All right, finish it so that we can move on.
But never mind then. Never mind, because you're so caught up with one side. People still got to hear that. Yeah, but
so
the
go
other
ahead.
side.
Listen, go. Say it.
You interrupted. You killed my train of thought.
It's the thing about it.
At the end of the day, because we're going to move on. At the end of the day, it really, for me, and we'll wrap this up. For me, because y'all done said a lot. For me, it was just the fact that the shit you said on there is not some shit you would have said to that man in his face. And that really is, at the end of the day, where it was for me, because it was the same thing even with AJ. AJ said it on. He responded like the 2 days after the fact. He responded on somebody else's podcast and was like, "Yo, I just seen this nigga. I'm not thinking nothing is off, or like." So at the end of the day, it's like you go on this platform, which is bigger, than your own in that sense. If you really want to go there, you go on this platform and you say all this stuff, and not realizing there's consequences to your actions. And on some man to man shit, because once again, that's what's around that I can't really speak on, but I can say for outside looking in, if you say some shit, you should be able to say that shit in my face. If that's really how you mean.
I understand all of this. I'm not just negating.
I'm not even. I'm
what
just
none
saying.
of you guys are saying.
And no one is saying you are.
My point was this way. The answer, what did Booker T exactly did? I didn't say he did anything, but I'm just giving you a point of view that how certain people may feel. Okay. Like when the older person, like for example, some of these older people, they don't know how to talk to these younger people. So a lot of them will have a lot of wisdom, could put people in certain positions, though, son. They make you feel like shit. I'm not saying Booker T did that. I'm not saying these other legends did that. But I'm saying that the few one who does, you can understand why certain people may maneuver the way that they do. Mm-hmm. I'm giving light on the situation because I faced that in the past. So how me as a black man and I deal with black men that who like don't know how to talk to me, I fucking ignore them, son. Because I know one thing I can fucking say is destroy them. A lot of older people don't know how to express themselves beyond 8 colors. A lot of us who's coming in, our generation, some of us know how to express themselves with 16 colors, 32, 64. The generations come after that can express themselves 120 colors. So this is what I'm saying, because the way they treat us young people, though, son, we don't feel the right to like give them that respect. Imagine your NBA player, you busting your ass, you just score 50, bring it to the fucking playoffs. Next, all the folks like how that, oh man, only way you did that because the offense is this way. Back in my day, we would have hurt you. What the fuck? What kind of crime and bad mentality is this shit? So like how that I understand that we always got to focus on the negative. We focus on the negative too much though. For this conversation, for this podcast, we got to shed light for both situations, not just one.
Booker was voted number one black wrestler. Booker was voted number one black wrestler.
But the thing about it though, at the end of the day, and we'll move on to Raw and then do some AEW to talk real quick. But to wrap it up, for me, it just was the fact that there are not only Booker, you have the Mark Henrys, you have the Dwaynes, you have the Ron Simmons, you have the Godfathers, you have the Uncle D-Lo, you have these monumental guys that have been in situations and broken, open doors for, this new age of wrestling in that sense. So it just is more about just giving respect. And I just felt like I said, at the end of the day, I don't feel like what he said he would have said in that nigga face, and that's just where.
Oh, that's fine.
That's
fine.
No, but it's not. But it's not fine. It's not fine.
My face when I saw pussy. No, 100%. 100%. Swerve is pussy. I understand that. Wow. I understand that. So you know what though, son?
Obviously never gonna be on the show.
You know what though?
Obviously,
right. I just invited you last week.
Well, I'm gonna flip the script. I'm gonna flip the script. A lot of guys around my fucking age, you don't fucking listen. Y'all walking around with fucking ego. You're not as good. All y'all do is disrespect people, and after that, when someone try to help you, what do? Disrespect them. Even a person could talk to you in your language you understand, you still disrespect them. Until the white man comes, that's when we want to fucking listen. That's the difference.
That's weirdo behavior. All right, Monday Night Raw, real quick.
Yo, Jobber Slam.
This nigga just we're gonna end the show off with that. Don't put that up yet. We're gonna end the show off with that. But Monday Night Raw once again this week. We talked about the John Cena and Cody Rhodes' fabulous promo, the best one yet, happened this past Monday night.
So that suit, perfect.
Suit and tie. And then you had
perfect.
The main event once again was Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the women's world title. With Bianca as special guest referee.
Looking good.
Fabulous referee.
You saw the cheeks coming out?
Yo, did you see that split? Hey girl.
Top 5.
Like you're lucky
better
right
alive.
Now.
And she not she's not 5'4" or 3. She 2'1". And she's 1 and 2. Bianca, the best looking woman in wrestling.
Anyway, so as of right now, it is still Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. at WrestleMania. Trying to think what else happened on Raw that I can't think of. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles officially for WrestleMania, which a lot of people may not agree with, but I'm actually for it. I'm actually here for it. And it always brings me back to what Darius Carter said to us about Wrestling Simon. Like, it goes back to that. I won't say what he said.
Or wrestling me.
Nigga, everybody's goal now to wrestle you. It's crazy work.
Put niggas over, B.
You didn't John Cena them.
Put niggas over.
You got Wesley a nice payout too.
You stupid.
Encore.
Nigga here. And so Monday night, so that was Raw. Real quick, NXT this week, they are starting to form Stand and Deliver. Cannot wait. So once again, the main event will be all niggas. Cause y'all niggas like to pick and choose when y'all really want to play that card. But guess what? All niggas is main eventing NXT at 9:30 in the morning in Vegas, and I'll be there with breakfast. So it'll be
Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday morning. Well, it'll be Saturday afternoon here in New York.
Oh, okay.
But it's Saturday morning in Vegas. So it'll be Obafemi going against Trick Williams and Javon Evans. Shout out to Javon Evans for being but I do think he is the leader of Retribution 2.0. I'm just gonna put that on the table. It's scary, but so we have that. Stephanie Vaquer had relinquished the women's North American title, so now they will be contested at Stand and Deliver in a ladder match, because ladder matches at Stand and Deliver always hit. So they're doing qualifying matches for the women. So Kalani qualified, Zarya qualified, so they'll continue to have a few more matches to qualify for that. But of course, Ricky Saints is the new NXT North American champion, beat Ethan Page's record for the fastest, newest signee to win a title by a week. So shout outs to Ricky. Love that. So he is walking into WrestleMania weekend as a champion, as he should. I love that for him.
It's funny though. He got a trophy for being WrestleMania last year. Now he's got at WrestleMania.
Yo, that is a big suck my dick. Actually, now that you said that, I was like, oh, you know what? That's true.
You know what it is though, son?
It's a big fuck you.
Like
that's funny.
I can't wait to hear the shoot interview with like Tony Khan years later.
Man,
because
that documentary is gonna be crazy.
But congratulations to AEW for beating Nitro.
Whoop-de-doo.
No.
Huge. That's huge.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoa. Once again, you picking and choosing to celebrate it, because in WWE did the same exact thing. Oh my gosh!
I would have
celebration, bitches.
It would have been a tone higher. They're like, whoop-de-doo.
You feel me? But like, no. The reason why I'm happy for them.
No, it's great. Listen, I have friends that work there. I support them.
Shout out to Kevin Knight.
Super proud of Kevin Knight, who was at Jobbertears.
The fact that Kevin Knight could choose his company to go for, I love that.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be. You should be able to pick and choose your path. I'll never forget when Carmelo has said that he had both contracts in front of him and he chose one.
Thank you. I like that.
So I listen. It's always good to have options. So I'm trying to think what else on NXT real quick. So so Stephanie Vaquer most likely will go against Jordan Grace and Jada Parker in some form of fashion at Stand and Deliver as well.
Someone said, did Tony fumble chant deserved or not? Yeah, he deserved it.
No, he definitely did. Yeah,
he deserved it.
That definitely.
What do you mean?
Like my nigga, the three niggas that you did not really even put on TV all had titles in a matter of a year. Like that shit is crazy work, and they were all in building up storylines type shit. It wasn't even on some we didn't throw the belt on them and just did nothing with them type shit.
Well, the thing is, they didn't fit. They didn't fit.
They didn't fit. They're correct, and that's really. And we spoke about that off camera where we were like, we love that Kevin Knight got signed, and that's more of the element in Rome that fits him, and I think that's okay. Like I think when you think about it, there's gonna be certain things, and that's why even going back to Swerve real quick when he talked about his time in WWE, it was just like certain things that was not meant for you. That was not your journey. That wasn't, and that's okay. Like you gotta have those experiences to know what you like, what you don't like, what you can do, what you can't do. So that's okay.
Well, let's. I'm gonna leave it on this. So, you guys watched Iron Claw, right?
Yeah, that's a movie. Yeah.
So there's a part in the movie where he's the character that Zac Efron plays. He's talking to his future wife at the time, and she's asking about like what it means to get a title and everything. And it was like the greatest description on what it means to be a title, what it means to win a title. It's like getting a promotion, a job promotion, right? And when you look at like the situations with like Ricky, Ethan Page, or
Alexis King,
or like any other wrestlers that's like really can't pop in AEW, but then come over to WWE and then make a name for themselves, right? It goes back to a job.
Yep.
You could be at a job, have the right skills for certain things, and it's the management doesn't like you. The people, it's just not the same. It's not the right fit for you. It just doesn't work.
Yep.
And that's what I've seen, and that's basically what it is. It's just management didn't like Ricky. The people who was in management ear didn't like Ricky, but yet when he comes to NXT, he does well because that fits him. They like him there. They want him to succeed. And you know what? You know what's interesting? Swerve spoke about it. He spoke about how when he was in NXT, it wasn't really going well until he started talking to Shawn. Until Shawn Michaels started fucking with him. It all depends where you go and who's fucking with you. Who likes you.
Because it's also about, I work for many companies, right? Let's talk about Battle Club. What Joe Kim likes may not what Janelle likes. And
Fair.
I have to understand that. So there's certain things where I got to come to Janelle about it because she may not know how to present it to Joe Kim a lot better.
That's fair.
You like you understand? Mm-hmm. So this is why that I believe that this is why I like to have multiple companies. You feel me? I don't believe in the whole when AEW don't do like $1 million on television. They was like, I want them like, dang son, it hurts because it may affect people coming on screen. You know how many people got fed off of AEW Dark during the pandemic though, son? Jared Diaz, Big Cuzzo, you feel me? Main Event, you know, Rob, Killjoy, all my people got paid for that shit though, son. So everyone fucking eats. So I like this shit. So this whole wrestling war, is it a war? Now, no, because we live in a different era where like everybody can make money and still cause this. Like, I'll give you a prime example. New Balances, niggas will not wear New Balances like that in New York.
I'm definitely about to get a pair right now.
Like, you feel me? Now, everybody wearing New Balances in New York because it got popular. But now, you feel me though, son? The prices I could fuck with. You get a nice pair for staying $5 though.
Okay.
Yo.
You walk on air. Okay. Swag surf. Why you okay? Sit your ass down. And pull up the Dynasty stuff real quick because we're gonna go stream through that. This week, Wednesday, did you watch Dynamite? Everybody watch Dynamite?
I fell asleep. I was tired.
Nigga, I cut that shit off at the 9 o'clock hour. I tried. Me and Michael tried. Like I promise y'all, it was a try. It wasn't a hate. It was like we got a pay-per-view Sunday. We gonna see what the fuck going on. You leaving by? Oh, okay. You gonna tell me and then use your words. So this Wednesday, from what I did see, they started off with Swerve and Willow going against Roderick Strong's wife and Jon Moxley.
I'm sorry. Swerve better fucking win. Because I feel like...
Oh, you gonna be upset?
Mind you, it's not... Mind you, Moxley as a wrestler, no issues with him. But the storyline...
Nigga, we are exhausted about the death. There's nothing death riding.
They're dragging down the whole fucking company.
It is taking all of the breath out of everything they got going on.
Right.
I'm just still trying to figure out how this nigga's a champion. We haven't seen that belt in how long? In what? And I also did not listen. I didn't care for that table spot with Willow though. I'm just gonna put that on the table, ma'am. It was effort, understandable, and once again, I'm not saying it as someone that wants to take a bump or want in any type of experience like that. But in knowing the individual that has come back from a neck injury, you got to be more mindful of how you move, sis. Like that shit really had me. I was like, man, if this girl is hurt again, I'm going to be upset. Because they already got injuries out their ass. They got Orange Cassidy out. They got a fucking Jade, Slice White Bread White out. Broken hand. They just announced Mark Davis, who just came back from injury, got injured in the.
Who's Mark Davis?
The nigga that was with Osprey and them niggas.
That's my man.
The thick nigga.
Oh, he nice.
Yeah, the nigga's
nice.
injured again.
The fuck, son?
Oh, just so many people. You got your boy Darby doing Everest on the 15th. So we'll see what goes with that.
Yeah, and
I much success to Darby. Like I really, but if y'all really holding this belt on Mox to Darby to come back, y'all could just tell me that now.
No, and
just tell me.
And I found that honestly, whatever. Let's go first match.
All right, so we have so before we do get into that, they did announced that they're doing the Owen Hart tournament again, the men's and the women's. So they're now doing brackets. They had their first matches. I think there was 1 or 2. I think on Dynamite. But you had put up the first round. On the women's side, would be Mercedes Moné going against Julia Hart.
That's gonna be a good match, though. Okay,
so here we go. As you know, I mean, I get labeled as an AEW hater. It's fine, it's whatever. I was very intrigued and invested on the Sasha Banks and Athena.
Me too.
I'm very like, if we're gonna do this, do it right.
But you don't know if she's gonna interfere in the match.
But the fact that they're both in this tournament on the same bracket side, I don't like that. Because now you're pulling the trigger on a match that could really happen at All In.
True.
In Texas. And it being bigger than what it is. And guess what? And you could do title for title. There's so many ways you.
What Texas title she have?
You said what?
She has 2 titles.
Who?
She has the women one and some Texas title.
Who?
Athena.
Oh, it may be some indie shit.
Oh.
I don't know. But I just feel, I just personally, they're pulling the trigger on that. And I don't know how I'm going to feel to visually see that and then have them do it again. Or if they're going to do it, the 3 times how they normally do the women's.
You have a special Dynamite coming up?
I don't know. I think they did announce some shit in Boston. It was some spring break and shit. I don't know.
So it can happen there.
No. Like, so what's gonna probably end up happening is Mercedes gonna win this match. Athena has a qualifying match. I forget against who. When both of them bitches win, then they're both gonna go against each other to get into the finals of the Owen Hart tournament.
Oh wow.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, just me personally, I would have preferred to keep them. Like, I would have kept the suspense a little longer.
Yeah, let's see.
If you're gonna build it. But I think they have a tag match. I think Mercedes and Harley are tagging against Julia and Athena on Collision tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
But Sasha Banks will probably win that. We got another first round qualifying. They tagged with each other on Wednesday. But we have Kevin Knight. I'm just so proud of him. Shout out to Kevin. I'm so proud of you. Kevin Knight going against Will Ospreay. Match will probably hit. So I mean, they're both technical, really good.
We all know. I want Kevin Knight to win.
But Will's probably going to win.
Yeah, he's going to win. Yeah.
Yo, what's crazy is before Jay White got injured, I definitely thought he was going to win the whole tournament. But now I think Hangman's going to win.
Me too.
Especially how they ended Dynamite, actually. It was weird.
It's going to be a good match.
We got... They've been telling this whole story on Collision because I have no idea. I was like...
I'll be honest with you.
What the fuck is going on here?
I don't know.
We got Daniel Garcia going against Adam Cole for the TNT title. First of all, I totally forgot Daniel Garcia was TNT champion, so let's talk about that.
Thank you.
Totally forgot that.
Thank you. I feel like
not to say I'm not proud of the nigga, but but
I feel like for the
and the TNT title was like the workhorse title for a long time.
This is for the title's sake. I want Adam Cole to win. Nothing against Daniel Garcia's skills, because I think he's one of my favorite wrestlers. But I feel when they put a title on him, they have done the title justice. Just to keep up, to bring back, I want to say more prestige, bring more back eyes to the title, Adam Cole got to win.
But see, I feel like everything they've been doing it definitely has been on Dynamite, because I ain't seen none of it. But all right, I actually do think Adam Cole should win. And like you said, I do think it'll bring more eyes to whatever they got going on. But I mean, that whole Undisputed Kingdom era, whatever the fuck they want to be, they gotta let that go. They gotta let that go.
So this match,
just bye. Shout outs to Brian motherfucking Keith, the bad apple in this bitch. That's my man. That's my man.
What's the movie?
That's my fellow Virgo.
Fun fact, y'all. That's
my fellow Virgo.
We all saw Transformers Rise of the Beast together.
No bullshit. He's not lying.
No bullshit.
So after a Battle Club show, it was him. It was Brian Keith, Calvin Tankman, Yaya, Zuka,
Keith.
Keith was with us.
His cousin.
That's not his cousin, but
yeah.
old girl was with him.
Wrestling
there.
cousin.
So yeah, we all took the whole row and went to go see Transformers after the wrestling show because they were still in New York. They were in New York, I think, until the next morning, and some of them were going to actually another like indie like underground show like later that night. Yeah. So and we still wanted to just do something and hang with him, but we got Big Bill and Brian Keith going against the Hurt Syndicate for the AEW tag titles. No, Wilkins went to take a call. Probably the Hurt Syndicate will win. I would love if Brian Keith won and Big Bill. Shout outs to Big Bill representing New York. But
what's after for the Hurt Syndicate after this?
I don't know.
Again,
to be honest, they never should have put the belts on these niggas. And it got nothing to do with how I may feel about a certain individual, but I just don't think that was the right call. Like you've been your tag team division has been on life support
right here,
and then you put fucking the belts on these niggas, these grown ass niggas at that, and like who the fuck is gonna beat them? if Turbo 2 and them from the 80s ain't beat them, who the fuck gonna beat them?
And one thing I hate about the Hurt Syndicate is, again, I keep saying this. A lot of shit that they do doesn't benefit no one else but them. And just like I'm not gonna
hold you. I'm very 50-50 on the MJF situation.
Right, yeah, just like they said, MVP.
Weird, but I'm intrigued.
Why the fuck did you cook him on the mic like that? He did nothing wrong. No, it was funny, but from outside, from wrestling sense,
it's like, damn, why'd you do?
I'm
not gonna hold you. Even Jim Cornette has said that. He said, damn.
Yeah, why you did that for? Why you going so hard for?
Like, yo, and you know what's crazy though? I don't even think, and it's not for that. I don't even think he probably even thought it would hit that way.
And that's the point I try to make.
I don't think in that moment he was like, nah, I violated.
But here's the thing.
And he might have backstage thought about it and maybe spoke to him and was like, yo, my bad.
MVP? Yeah. And this is a call out. And this is a callback what I said earlier. What I said about the older people. They do foolish shit like this. And then when the person get mad at them, these young racist sappers don't listen. They're so disrespectful. But bro, if I could do the mic like that, it'd be World War V back then.
Yo, where the fuck is Jack Perry at? Speaking about that. Anybody know what Jack Perry is? I think he's
injured, yeah.
Well, I think so.
The fact that you knew who the fuck we was talking about,
I watched it.
It's outrageous.
He cooked them
again.
Oh no, we know that.
Again. My brother said this earlier. We gotta respect the vets. But you do bullshit like this.
But was it scripted?
But
come on, dude. All right, bro.
No, but also too, my thing was like I just told you. Remember, I said I don't think he in his like when when you say shit and you didn't think it. You know when you like just say shit. And then, but then everybody else on the outside goes, oh, so now you done hyped up some shit that you didn't even think was gonna go that way.
But do you think MJF triggered him?
No.
We have 2 more minutes.
Okay, that's okay.
Do you think MJF triggered him?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I think, like I just said, I think I'm like intrigued, but then confused at the same time with them, because it's just like. Especially when Roberto Ass was in that ring with MJF and was just like, yo, I'm not even trying to hear what the fuck you trying to say, Loki.
But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, with a lot of times with stuff like that, it was fire. I ain't gonna hold you. I know MVP don't fuck with me, but it was good.
Nah, like it was good. It was good. I'm intrigued, but I'm just like, where are we going with this?
But the thing about it, that's why sometimes you gotta have structured stuff. Like, hey, we're gonna do this segment. This is what we're trying. This is the end game to the segment.
Thank you.
You guys talk on the mic, go do your back and forth, but we want you guys how to hit.
And you know what? And that's what made me check out at the 9:00 hour, because that first hour I felt it was so disorganized and all over the place. And once again, production. How the fuck you missed the table spot with Moxley? That blew me. And that was like the first 30 minutes of the show.
All right.
Keep going. We're doing the predictions real quick.
By the way, shout out to Phoenix.
Debuting tonight on the SmackDown.
Can't wait to watch that shit.
We have a triple threat match for the international match. We got Speed,
we all know Kenny
Mike Bailey, Kenny Omega, and Rico Booty in the building. Congratulations for getting married to Samantha.
What?
Congrats. That's why
we all know that. We all know Ospreay. I mean, Kenny Omega's winning. He just came back, and someone said that you dress like a Kanye West variant.
That's weird. How? So, you know what? Don't even worry.
He's from Chicago.
That means I dress well.
No, whoa! How though? Kanye West now wearing no drawers with pants. Ew.
Yo, every time I think of Kanye, I always play All Falls Down.
Yeah. That's what you old Kanye West. Yes, but I know new Kanye West. No, ew.
You know what's funny? A lot of his stuff he's ahead of. Like a lot of times,
fashion.
Yeah. Like a lot of times,
and Kim has said that.
Like a lot of times, you'll be like, "Oh, what the fuck is he wearing?" And then
Kim has always
10
said
years
that,
down the line,
that he was fashion
everybody's
forward.
dressed in.
No. How?
You may not like it now.
No, wait.
We'll talk about off mic because we have to go.
He said it was a compliment, so there you go. What other matches we got? Because I know it could be probably one or two more.
That's it.
No, the job. No, and they also have the Toni Storm versus Megan Bayne match.
Wait, hold on.
Which once again, I actually
they put it on here?
I don't like that they're pulling the trigger on that because that's the same thing they did to Deonna Purrazzo, and I didn't care for that. Because like if you're not gonna use the girl, don't use her at all. Oh, for the trios match, a rated FTR, which is probably gonna fucking screw Edge.
All right here.
Yeah, a rated FTR going against the Death Riders for the trios world title, where FTR would probably screw Adam Copeland.
Yeah,
and there's that, and then FTR would probably turn heel, so there's that. And then as I mentioned, the Toni Storm versus Megan Bayne, because once again, she just got it. I mean, she not just got in the company because they've been signed. They've been signed her. But I just once again don't care for if you're gonna pull the trigger and not really do anything.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Main event.
The main event. John Moxley going against Swerve Strickland.
Swerve wins.
He
got to win.
Moxley will probably win.
That's stupid as fuck if Moxley wins.
Moxley will probably win.
Moxley winning, that's stupid as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very dumb. It's very dumb.
Get ready. So once again, we will not unfortunately be having a viewing party, so you will have to watch AEW Dynasty at home. It is on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Watch it soon.
So Amazon Prime, because that's probably where I will watch it, and then that's on pay-per-view as well.
It's on Prime?
But we will, yeah. They call, that's why I was like, you know what? That one thing they did, that deal with Amazon Prime, I fucked with because I was like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll order it right on my Prime. Swerve right. No, you write it. You put your little asterisk, but you write it because I'm not writing it. So yeah, but the next time we will be having our WrestleMania Night 1 and 2 viewing party. Mrblacc will be there in the building. They have a special.
I'm giving out free pre-rolls both days. Courtesy the Sped Ed class. Shout out to us.
Shout out to the Sped Ed
Episode
podcast.
4. By the time you hear my voice, it's gonna be out. Episode 4, Sped Ed Kids.
So make sure to come out. If you are going to Vegas and you see myself or Wilkins, make sure to come say hey. Don't be shy, because there are people after the fact.
They don't say
no. There'll be people that after the fact be like, yo, we saw y'all. Why you didn't say nothing?
No, they saw you.
No,
talk to you.
No, it'll be people that be like,
"No, shut up."
It'll be people that say they saw you and didn't say nothing.
No.
Because then when they see me and they say something, they be like, "Yo, I saw Wilkins." I'll be like, "Well, why did you say that?"
The most grimiest thing I ever faced in my life, right? Somebody came up to me, right, wearing a Jobbertears shirt. Didn't say nothing to me. Yo, can you take me to Jobbertears? So Wilkins and Janelle.
How you got left out?
Oh, wow.
My nigga, I'm right in fucking front of you, dogs. And dead ass said, this is how people treat me.
I'm sorry. But once again, if you're going to be out in Vegas, WrestleMania weekend, you're annoying. WrestleMania weekend. Well, first of all, you didn't even put my real name. You put your name.
I'm talking about other stuff.
Whatever. But once again, we'll be out in Vegas.
Free pre-rolls. courtesy the collaboration between my boy Dre from Whedon Wrestling and Sped Ed class. Free pre-rolls. This
nigga sounds outrageous, but WrestleMania being 420 weekend is just as outrageous. And in Vegas and Easter. Praise the Lord. But last but not least, Black Wrestling Podcast had released a flyer last night, exclusive release, but we will be showing you guys, since you guys are on the live with us, we are officially on the road to JobberSlam 5. This year's theme is a different world, so it is going to be a one-night tournament to crown either the king or queen of New York City. So once again, Saturday, June 21st, Juneteenth weekend will be JobberSlam 5, a different world. So make sure tickets will be on sale very shortly, and sponsorship opportunity will be available as well. But
you don't come off as an approachable person.
Oh,
I'm always with Black, approachable person. I'm always with Black, and I say hi to Janelle.
Damn, that's
When
a
I say what's up to you, I say
my nigga is giving
You
you a
do.
confessional.
You do. That's my son E, B.
It's a confessional.
You know why? I'm working.
Oh, that's fair.
No.
No, at the viewing parties, it is a bit hard because he'll be running around and doing stuff. So I will give you that grace.
Mr. Man didn't get off of. Did I get left over bad and bougie?
Oh shit, that's funny as fuck. But we thank you guys for joining us on this Friday.
Oh, wait, hold on. Battle Club.
Yes,
Women Crush Wednesday.
Women Crush Wednesday right after WrestleMania weekend. We will be having Women Crush Wednesday 5. So make sure to come out and support at the bar out in Long Island City. High versus Cosmic. That's the Jordan Blade. Shout out to Jordan Blade in the building.
Where my boo at? She fighting? Come on, keep going.
This nigga said, "My boo, who's your boo?"
Y'all niggas know right there.
But did you see
Big
that match?
Mama.
Champion, Chris
But
Champion.
did you see a match versus her and Brother Greatness?
I did watch it.
Fire match.
But Big Mama right there, boy.
No, but listen. The name
That's
of the
my
game.
friend.
Outrageous.
That's
Name
my
of the game
friend.
at the end of the day is
Come here, Big
support
Mama.
independent wrestling wherever you are. Okay. So once again, Jobber Slam 5, June 21st. Women Crush Wednesday, right following after WrestleMania week, that Wednesday, the 23rd. So make sure to come out and support. We will once again be giving out more information about Jobber Slam as the weeks go on. But we are excited. We're ready.
Shout out to Ase Wrestling. More details come out.
Shout out to Ashe. They doing a big show out in Vegas Thursday morning. Like we literally landing at Bell.
Said, is that Cosmic Finance? Yep, Cosmic's gonna be there. So.
That's she's
So
like 12.
one
my
thing,
nigga,
one thing I have to say about
need you to chill
Ase
out.
is that's one of those. That's my brother. Darius Lockhart,
Yes.
my brother.
They
the
got-
fact that how that he took his pride instead of crying about it, took his pride and made it something very creative. Though it's a wrestling company by Yaya. All my people's working down there.
Now, so all the boys will be down in Vegas Thursday morning with Ashe. So make sure to support them and support all the independent wrestling shows that are going on in the Las Vegas area during WrestleMania week. I know people at times be like WrestleMania, WWE oversaturated, but this is actually a week that really give people an opportunity to work. And I think people really forget about that. So shout out to everyone. GCW. I'm going to my first Bloodsport show. I'm excited on Thursday night before we go to Wale Mania. We're going to Bloodsport. But yes, so once again, night 1, night 2 here in New York, myself and Sir Wilkins will be in Vegas. So make sure to come out, say hey.
Staying at the MGM Grand. Ladies,
Wow. No.
come on over. Come on over, baby.
At that point,
Oh, baby,
we
don't
will
you
be
fuck.
signing off. Yes, Smart Psychology Podcast. Come find me in Vegas. Absolutely, we could definitely chat a bit. But as always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc. Shout out to Manny in the building. Come show yourself. Shout out to Manny in the building. Behind the scenes work here, everywhere. Straight ahead. Boom. Shout out to Manny. So we thank you guys for joining us. As always, once again, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we are out.
Got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes and Noble.